I can go first if you want me to, Steve.
My hearing is not allowing me to get a lot of this.
He wants to do the evaluation. He wants to go first.
Got it. Okay, all right. But George is in charge of evaluation, so let George go ahead.
Great, I can, yes. Okay, Carla, go ahead. Give us your evaluation.
1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah.
Reading it. Go ahead.
Right. I suggested this because it's still fresh in our mind, and we can always see and hear what the speakers are doing and saying, that we might lose our concept of what we thought about. Anyway, Guleena, I like it, little b. When you say numero uno, you can also say first place, because not everybody would probably get to the numero uno thing. Second is that I like when you repeat that. It's okay. Let it be. You know what it does to me personally? I breathe. I relax. Whatever you're saying, it comes back to me when you say it's okay. Let it be. So change of tone. Make it softer so everyone can feel it. And another thing too, you said it's okay to fail because you just ran through that. If you could make that more emphasize on that and make it clear, it's okay to fail because what? Emphasize on that. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Great, super. Thanks, Carla. We'll move on to Matt. Matt, what do you have to say about Guleena's speech?
Guleena, very good speech. You present it well. Some ways you can improve. You talk about you entering a sports event at the very beginning. Tell us what event, because I take it from the rest of the speech. It's running, so it might say it's running event. I'm a very good runner, etc. And then when you Sing comes and helps you by walking in the park, you might want to just repeat that I keep walking with him, etc. And then your uncle Sing, you talk about he found out that you couldn't run, you couldn't be in the school. Why don't you just shorten it to, he heard about my condition and he came over and helped me. Just make it brief. But I think it's very good. Again, I think at the end, use failure because, make that softer, make it more concise and stronger. You know, we sometimes learn from our failures. That's kind of the gist of it. And you might want to bring that into at the beginning too. But I like to let it be. So if you fail, you might say, if you fail, let it be, because you're going to grow or learn from that. Or give the audience a challenge to grow and learn from their failures. Okay, back to you, George.
Great, super. Thank you. Good evaluation. Kim.
Guleena, I thought it was a great speech. I really like the Let It Be. I always think of that Beatles song. And the funny thing is, I don't know the lyrics very well, so it's usually Let It Be, and that just repeats in my head, and I go, let it be. And so I appreciate that, because in my life right now, I'm trying to learn that. So hearing yours was actually quite powerful for me. And I thought it was so interesting. As funny as it sounds, his question is to you, what failure meant to you? To me, that's such a powerful question, yet so simple, because to put it in perspective to you, what you think, and then it's like, well, let it be. It is what it is. But it's said in such a better way than so, and not beating yourself up, but also how you learn from your failures. I took it as very powerful and something you always got to keep in mind. And I like the fact that you keep repeating it, the let it be, because that you don't want to let that go. And I thought it was interesting at the end how you keep pushing yourself. I was kind of curious if, while you're not pushing yourself, but keep working at it, keep going those steps, keep making progress. I was wondering if your uncle was a part of that, or it just what he kept saying to you was, what echoed in your mind. But all in all, I thought it was great. I mean, maybe though I like the tone, I really can't, I feel like it's nitpicking. I couldn't recall what happened, why you couldn't run the sporting event, so but that's on me. But I mean, all in all, that's what I took from it, is it was a very powerful speech, and actually I feel quite motivated, and I'm just, I thought it was a good one. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, take it away, Steve.
All right. Before we go on, let me throw out a couple of thoughts. Let me preface this by saying that my ability to get all the words is harmed by my bad hearing. And I didn't have the right glasses to read the captioning. But I tell you what I did get, Guleena. The words that came out of your mouth were so descriptive of the situation, and your ability to relate conversation to make it come to life is another skill you have. Your gestures were great. Those are good things. Here's a couple of thoughts, and again, my hearing may affect some of what I'm saying. I wanted to feel a little bit more, and maybe I didn't because of my situation. But when it came to the work you had to do to get better, and when it came to the disappointment that you felt prior to that, I wanted to hear that in your voice more. And I didn't. I didn't feel it. So maybe think about that. See if it's a good idea. You can have a tone in your voice and a pause or whatever that gets the feeling out of what you were feeling then. And another idea I thought perhaps, and maybe I missed it, at the end, a sort of a challenge to your listeners as you finish your speech, that they can do the same thing you did and fight your way through and let it be to get there. I hope I am not too far off base with that. No, thank you, Dorman. All right.